up now?
I'm Chris Dominguez, one half of Chris and Lee. This is the Chris and Lee Show. I'm the talent. He's the tech guy.
Dude, I'm the eye candy.
Dude, no, you're the tech guy. You just want to press
I'm
the
the
button.
eye candy. You don't understand.
This only your mom
Every
says that.
situation,
She's like,
you need
he's
somebody-
so handsome, my baby. He's so
You
good
need-
looking, my baby.
Everybody needs.
But outside of that, I don't give a shit.
No one gives a shit.
Let's see, who do we have here? We have Angie. What's up,
What's up,
Angie?
Angie?
We got Jerry, Jerry, in the house.
Jerry. What's up, Jerry, Jerry?
Who else we got? Tim Brown.
Real Joey.
Real
Joey. What's up,
Real
guys?
Joey V.
So, good news. Interest rates are 6.125 on the New American Funding website
Shoot,
right
same
now.
as they were this morning.
6.125.
Big
They have
hustle
not
in the
moved.
house.
You know why? Because Thanksgiving's coming. Not
love
really any
Thanksgiving.
big news this week. Last week was the big week.
What's up,
and
baby mom?
Things went down. Prices went down. So 6.125 is the best they've been in months, actually. Probably 2.5, 3 weeks ago, we were pricing eights. That's a big difference. That's a big buying difference.
It's a little sideways.
Is it?
Sideways.
That's because you. That's because you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, whatever. So, we got. Where are you from? Big question. Where are you from? We used to only be able to do 48 states. That says 48 states, but recently, Hawaii.
Hawaii.
We can do loans in Hawaii now.
So Tulsi Gabbard, if you're out there listening to our TikTok, please call me for your home loan.
I don't think she's gonna need a loan, man.
The Rock, next time you're in Hawaii, tell all your friends and family.
I don't think he's gonna need a loan either.
All right, let me
Indianapolis,
try
what's up? Indianapolis is in the house.
Alejandro, what's up, man?
Alejandro from Indianapolis.
Melissa, what's up?
Melissa, where are you from? So we're on Instagram. We see some people on Instagram. Good to see you all. TikTok, Facebook,
Virginia.
and YouTube. So we're like across the board now.
Dude, Melissa's kicking it in Virginia.
Getting better and
right
better
now.
and better. Virginia in the house.
Why haven't you texted us, Melissa?
Dude, Melissa, why? We've been sitting here. He's
We're
been holding his
waiting.
breath. He passed out 3 times.
Just
Waiting for you to text.
Dude, Melissa.
Waiting for you to text.
This is the worst.
But
Just
so
waiting.
strange things been happening. Tons of mortgage applications coming in. Tons of them. Like we're getting our automated services. We get an application. Bing. Here comes another one. Bing. Somebody's uploaded some of the documents. Bing. Then they call us. Good news is there's activity. But the bad news, and this is hard to tell everybody, is when interest rates go down, it's worse for the buyers. It's going to be far worse for the buyers. Far worse. The reason is because the pent-up demand is going to catch up. All these buyers are going to flood into the system. We know because we're like frontline people. And then the offers are going to, and you know what? $500,000 house, 10 offers, they want $510,000. That's just life. Well, right now, if you're the only one that's making an offer, you could say, hey, I know your house has been on the market for 60 days for $500,000. I'll give you $490. And they'll take it. A lot of times they'll take it because there's no demand right now because there's not a lot of buyers. As interest rates go down, it sounds better for buyers, but it's actually not. It's going to get,
You guys need to get in now, guys.
competitive.
So right now we have a wave of people that are submitting applications. Out the gate, I can probably say 2/3 of those have challenges.
Yep.
Okay? Whether it's credit, income, whatever it may be.
4/5.
4/5.
4/5 of them have
So we're going to
challenges.
send those down a path of correction. Whether it's credit repair, getting co-signers, building their side hustle so they can make more money. Whatever it is, we're going to send that 4/5 of those down a path of correction. The 1/5 is going to buy a house. So those 4/5 are 3, 6, 9 months away from buying, which puts them to the fourth quarter of next year. Okay, fourth quarter of next year. So if you're interested in buying, what should you do? Get pre-qualified now.
When are
Look
interest
into
rates
it now.
When are interest rates supposed to go down? Alejandro, they just did. They've gone from 8. We were pricing 8s. Right now, if you went to the New American Funding website, you'd find 6.125 for an FHA 30-year on the website. When are they going to go down more? That we anticipate is going to happen third quarter of 24. They'll bounce up and down a little bit. You might get down as much as 6. Guesswork. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what's going to happen. But we do anticipate the Fed. The Fed had 3 positions. One is the ascension. That's when they're raising interest rates. They've been doing that for the last 9 months. Then there's the pause where they stop raising but they don't lower. And we believe we're on the pause, but Federal Chairman Jerome Powell hasn't been willing to commit to that yet. So we're on the pause. We think we're going to be on the pause for 5, maybe 6 FOMC meetings.
Did you say we're going to be in La Paz?
La Paz. La Paz is a pretty badass place in
wanna
Belize.
go.
I've been to La Paz. It's pretty badass. Anyway, we're going to be on the pause for about 4 to 6 FOMC meetings. The FOMC meets 10 times a year. I think it's 10 times. It's either 8 or 10 times a year. And it's not every month, but roughly about that. Next one is December 13th. And the odds makers are saying 95% chance they will not increase rates, which gives us certainty in the market, which is the reason the rates dropped a little bit. Now, we study this stuff, and we believe third quarter of 24, Fed will start making the pivot. That's when he starts coming down. Once it starts coming down, it's not going to come down gangbusters. It's going to come down slowly. Slowly. Did I say slowly?
You said slowly, and you burped.
Slowly. So slowly, slowly, slowly. But every time it clicks down a quarter, take a little bit for the bonds to react. And then once the bonds react, yields, 10-year yields, once those react, then the interest rates will follow. Because there's usually a 1.5 spread between the 10-year yield and mortgage interest rates. But when that starts happening, we'll be in the 5s.
So the snowball has already started, guys. The group of people who want to buy are entering in now. And that snowball is just going to get bigger and bigger and out of control. And a lot of you won't have a chance. So let us be your voice. Let us be your Jiminy Cricket that says, get pre-qualified now.
Jiminy
now,
Cricket.
Now. Even if you're going to buy in a year,
Why'd
get
you go Jiminy
pre-qualified
Cricket?
now. Because he's in the ear saying,
Jiminy
hey,
Cricket?
Hey, Pinocchio,
Jiminy
here's what you need to do. Is that not him? Am I wrong?
I don't know. It sounds
Am I
cool.
wrong?
Sounds
Help me,
cool.
TikTok world.
I don't remember Jiminy Cricket that
Or
well.
Facebook
I don't
or
remember that
Instagram.
well. Yeah, I
Let
remember.
your conscience be your guide. Remember that?
Bare necessity.
Pinocchio,
the simple bare necessity.
Jungle Book.
Don't worry
Those are my
about your
favorite.
courage or your pride.
My favorite.
Yeah, my favorite too.
Heck yeah.
My favorite too.
What about you, Alejandro? Who's your favorite Disney cartoon?
Dude.
Or Melissa?
Yep.
Sorry, Melissa, no worries. We'll get your text when you send it. No worries.
Yeah, we'll be waiting for you, Melissa. But I'm telling you, right now it's a buyer's market, even if it looks like it's not, because interest rates are high. They're higher than they have been for a while.
Like Snoop Dogg.
Did you see his new campaign?
Like you, man.
He's like, hey, I'm going to smoke. I've given up smoking. And then when you see the commercial, you know what he's actually doing?
What's he doing?
He's not using a smoker anymore. He's using something else to cook food. He says, I've given up smoking. Smoking, smoker.
So he
get
grills
it?
now?
Yeah, he grills now. So he's giving up smoking. I saw the ad. It's kind of funny. I'm like, yeah, Snoop Dogg giving up smoking.
When are you going to quit smoking?
That's like, let me think of a good one. I don't know. That's like a politician giving up lying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
False promises.
Dude, they lie, man.
So much.
They
So much.
lie. It's
We actually
crazy.
had a fake argument about an hour ago, and it had to do with some of that, too.
It was fake.
It wasn't to you, though. You were heated.
I was in it.
You were in it.
Dude, I was in it. I was sweating, spitting on the desk. Dude, I was in that bad boy. Yes. By the way, you can buy a house 6.125 right now. Just real quick, just drop by, give us your paperwork, buy the house, continue the
Yeah,
conversation.
about Thanksgiving.
Yep, Thanksgiving. We're good to go. So give me some questions. Where are you guys from? Where are you from? What's the market like where you're from? Texas? Did you hear earlier they were saying that out of Austin you can buy a house for about $270,000?
I don't believe that.
No?
I believe that there is a house for that much that's not that desirable, but I don't think that's the market.
I actually know the realtor.
What's the market?
The mean price is probably going to be in the 400s, but I believe you can find a lot of them for $270 and the outliers outside of Austin.
And those are the houses that these guys need to buy.
The first-time home buyers?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes.
The stats came in and they said the average age of a buyer right now, get this. You know what the average age? Take a guess.
47.
No. Higher.
53.
Higher.
59.
56. The average age of a buyer in this market right now is 56 years old.
Makes sense, though.
56 years old. And you know what the 56-year-old buys? Whatever he wants to, because he's in a different life. He's already gone through the beginning phases, had a first-time starter house, and then decided I'm either moving up or moving down, buying a Gen X house. That's a big deal right now because they need to have mother-in-laws or kids to live with them.
Or
So they have
ADUs,
they have their own house, and then they have another house right next to it. So what are the qualifications for a first-time home buyer?
Alejandro, he's
Good
about to tell
question.
you. He's about to
So
tell you.
first thing is you need a job.
Boom.
You have a job? Yes? Cool.
Or
Solved.
money in the bank.
Yeah. Solved. So there's the first thing. You do need a 2-year work history. If not, you have to prove that you were educated to go into your profession. In other words, if you got a bachelor's degree as an engineer, next day you got a job as an engineer, I can sell you a house that day. Cool. Happens to nurses all the time. So that's the first part. Second is decent FICO score. By decent, I mean 580 or better, unless you got a lot of money. If you got a lot of money, I can go down to 500. Then the third thing is you have to have a down payment most of the time. By most of the time, I mean 95% of the time. About 5% of the time, we can use a down payment assistance program. Anything else?
I just wondering how long the lines are at Costco.
Why?
Because I want to go to Costco.
Like right now?
I like Costco.
Is that on your bucket list? Is it like a
Kinda.
goal in life?
Kind of.
You want to go? You want to go to Costco as a goal in life?
I don't know about that.
Well,
for today?
dude, if you can make your goals simple, happiness is not that hard to get.
I need beer and wine.
At the same time?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of gross. Do you
If
pour them in
you're-
the same cup?
If you're freaking...
You like to party?
Yeah, if you're like...
You
I
like to
don't-
party? You're like, hey, I'm going to drink
Yeah.
beer and wine today. What do you want, beer or wine? Yes. Yes. Just yes. Beer and wine.
Same time.
Exact same time. Same cup?
No, I'll be silly.
Okay.
You
That's
don't mix
crazy.
them.
No?
I mean,
Which
maybe
one,
in
which
here,
one do you drink first?
Not through here.
Which one did you drink the wine first?
So if I'm drinking wine, I stay with wine. If I'm drinking beer, I stay with beer. So I wouldn't necessarily party at the same time.
So you're not really a partier.
But I might drink some champagne
Okay.
and beer.
All right.
I might do that.
Okay.
Probably will do
6.125 is the interest rate. So if you're trying to buy a house, all you guys, okay, my score, 630 as of right now. I was told I need 640 to qualify. Any specific reason?
that. Yes.
I got a specific reason for you,
Our
Alejandro.
rates are improving.
Dude.
Just want to let you guys know.
Oh, we just got another notification.
Rates are going down as we speak.
Yep. So there's a specific reason, Alejandro. Whoever you were talking to doesn't know what they're talking about.
It's stupid. Sorry, I spoke Spanish.
He was speaking Spanish. For all of you who don't speak Spanish, don't pay attention to what he said because it was derogatory.
Stupid.
He said, yeah. So the rule, guidelines, still real simple, FHA 580, conventional, which is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, 620. USDA, 580. 580. VA, no FICO. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because VA is a different loan. It's residual driven. The only possible reason, Alejandro, the only possible reason someone would have told you 640, there's only one possible reason. Only one. Only one in the history of mankind. Only one. He wanted to use a down payment assistance program that required a 640 FICO. That's the
Two.
only
There's
reason.
2 reasons.
There's 2 reasons?
Overlay.
Oh, tell them what overlays.
Okay, so here's what it is. When you start doing home loans, you usually start as a small little broker shop and then you grow into big mortgage companies, okay? When you're little, they put different criteria on you to allow you to fund loans. So they make sure that your borrowers have higher FICO scores. That's called an overlay. So if you're a new little shop, a new little loan officer shop, you're going to have overlays. Once you get big and the banks or the GSEs, the government servicing agencies, which are FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA, once they know you know how to do loans, they remove the overlays and they say, have at it. You can now, you're good enough, you're smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you.
Ooh, that was
Is
a
that how
good
you
one.
say it?
Yes, that was
Okay.
a good one.
So-
Where'd that come from? That was a guy named
SNL. Smiley was his last name.
Smalley.
Smalley.
Stuart Smalley. He's actually
Before
a
my time.
senator.
Before my time.
He's actually a senator. A senator is kind of important in your world. Do you know why?
Why?
Because he helped with the Dodd-Frank rule.
Oh, yeah. Did he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's the jerk, huh?
He's a jerk.
So that's an overlay. An overlay means you're new, and we got to put different criteria on you. But once you start dealing with seasoned professionals, you don't have overlays. So that's why he says you can go 580, 500, lower than what your benchmark is. Now, another question from Sean Williams. Tell me about buying down an interest rate.
Sean Williams in the house. Sean Williams. All right, cool.
From Facebook.
All right, cool. Facebook.
Go, Lee.
All right. So when a loan officer prices your loan, we go in and we go put through a third-party software. We use Optimal Blue, OB. We use Optimal Blue right now. And Optimal Blue is integrated with all the different pricing systems and your lines. And it's going to give you this matrix. So today, if I pulled a pricing on a good file, call it 640 FICO or better, I would probably be from 5.5 to 8. So somewhere in that range, there's going to be 5.5, 5 3/4, 5.875, 6, 6.125. There's your par rate. Your par rate is what people would call your quote, your rate. And right now, the New American Funding website says 6.125. But on that same matrix, I could buy down to 5.5, but it's going to cost me money. I can get a cheaper rate. Now, the question always is, should I? And people think it's an emotional decision. Not emotional, not even a little bit. The truth is, it's all math. So let's just say that we're going to buy this rate down and it's going to cost you $9,000 to go from 6.125 to 5.5, which is pretty real in some scenarios. So $9,000. And it's going to save you $300 a month. Well, you take that $9,000, I forgot what it was. You take that $9,000 divided by $300 a month, and you find out how many months it takes to break even. Roughly 3 years. Then you say, all right, our rate's going to get better within the next 3 years. If they are, I'll probably refinance out of this damn interest rate anyway. Or if they're not going to get better, if you're pretty sure you're at the bottom of the market, then it's probably really worth it to buy. Really worth it. I have clients who were priced at 3.875 4 years ago. 3.875. They spent $18,000 to get down to 2.95. But guess what they got for the rest of the next 30 years? 2.95. Do you have clients like that? Mm-hmm. I got a lot of them, right?
That's me too.
That's you too,
That's you.
right? It's me too. Yeah. I bought my second home, and I think I paid $18,000 to get it down in the twos. But I understood the math behind this. So there's math behind it, and it's real clear. Once you put it on paper, it's real clear. But many people can't put it on paper because they don't understand it. And it's when I do it in front of people, I'm like, hey, listen, this is how much it's going to cost you, $9,000. Are you going to be there for the next 3 years? Perfect. Good. Do we believe interest rates are going down within the next 3 years? Oh, we do. Oh, we should think about this then, because I don't want to spend the $9,000 and 18 months later have to buy it back up or to refinance, and then I just wasted my money. That's stupid.
Sean said, I heard buyers negotiate with seller to cover the cost of buying down the rate in the negotiations. Talking about 2-1?
You do, yeah. Well, that's part of it, yeah.
Well, that's mandatory. So, yes, you're correct. Sometimes they negotiate more money to buy down the rate, and they might even position it that way. But the truth is, when the seller's parting with money, it doesn't matter what you're using it for. You could use it for buy down. You can use it for closing costs. You can use it for... That's about it. That's all I can use it for. But it's
like Forrest Gump.
You don't have to necessarily disclose
You can make shrimp
that.
gumbo. You could grill shrimp. Well, that's about it.
That was Bubba that said that. It wasn't Forrest.
Yeah, you're right. He's like, well,
Shrimp
I guess
gumbo,
that's about it.
Shrimp pie, shrimp burrito.
That's about it. After 2 days of going to all the things you could do with shrimp, we just came to the end.
But if you're doing a 2-1 buy down, that has to be seller credit. Here's a 2-1. Okay, so let's say that today's rate is 7. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to start at a 5. In the first year, it's going to be 5, and then in the second year, it's going to go to 6, and then in that third year, you go back to your original 7. You're qualified at 7, but you're going to have 2 years of better interest rates, which works pretty good for a lot of people that can get that seller credit. And I think the most recent one I did was like $9,000. So if the seller's willing to play $9,000 in, you get a better rate for the next couple of years.
Make sure you have a really good real estate agent, because sometimes this is just money. It's how do I use the $10,000? Do I use it to buy down the rate? Yeah, you can. Do I use it to pay closing costs? Yeah, you can. Do I use it to drop the price? Yeah, you can. But if they just kind of get you hooked on, well, I'm going to buy the rate down, and that's the only way I can use that 10 grand, then you probably don't have somebody who really understands the bigger picture. It's just money and how you use that money. But the big part, most important part is, once you buy the house, you've locked in the purchase price. That'll never change. You can change the interest rate in the future. So you got to think about it. It's all math. There's a lot of math involved in this, but it's very logical.
So
What do we got?
Someone said, how far can you buy a rate down? You want it? You want me to take it?
You go.
Okay. So inside of a loan, there's something called Section 32.
Ooh,
which
shit.
is the accumulation of fees
Not 31.
that are not 9, not 10, not 11, 32.
It's 32. Okay, got
Okay,
it.
so what this is it says this is the most amount of fees that this file is allowed to have. And if you exceed that, you're exceeding Section 32, and that's once you hit that line, that's the furthest that you can buy it down. It's a hard question to answer because everybody's file is different.
And
Everyone's file is different.
it's not that hard. It's like 3%, 4%, or 6%.
No. He's talking about concession.
Oh, ooh,
conversation.
he got me on the Section 32 versus the concession.
Different
Oh,
conversation.
dude, you called me out on the internet.
Dude, the whole world knows now.
Ah, dude, they're gonna know the difference between a concession and a Section
He's still
32.
good at what he does, guys. So don't judge him on this one.
On the
one
Section
little
32
hiccup.
versus the concession.
One little hiccup.
So tell them what I was talking about.
Don't
What are the
judge him on
concession?
So
Did I mess up or did
every
I
file-
segue?
Let me finish Section 32.
All right, go. Section 32.
Okay, so every file has
31.
their own limit. Okay, every file has their own limit. So once you hit that limit,
Hmm.
you're done. It could be $5,000. It could be $50,000. So
Right.
the higher your loan amount, the higher your purchase price.
Hi, Gina.
The higher those fees can be. The lower the loan amount, the lower the purchase price, the lower those fees can be. So it depends on your file.
Beautiful wife, 94.
Okay, let's talk about concessions.
Concessions.
Every loan has a percent of concessions that either the seller or the agents or the loan officers are allowed to contribute, not the buyer. Okay?
Dude, that got complicated.
Yes, it's very
It
complicated.
got complicated.
There's a reason why
Is this
we're-
Section 32?
No, this is concession.
This is concessions. Okay, just making sure we're clear on this. Cool. In that case, it's 3%, 4%, and 6%, right?
Correct,
Okay,
correct.
good. Got it.
Total.
See, total.
Not including the buyer.
I don't think anybody's
agent?
following us right now.
This is complicated
We're
stuff,
just,
guys.
we look
Complicated
stupid
stuff.
AF.
No,
We look
sound
like
really
two
smart.
We look like two geeks
Let me talk
arguing
about the
over the
numbers
internet.
and the
Like, well, you know, the binary code isn't accepting the algorithm.
Oh, we gotta look into that. Definitely gotta look into that.
Yeah. So, how far can you buy it on the rate? Pretty far. How much money you got?
Well, here's the deal, though. Don't do that right now. If you're
Yeah.
buying, don't do it right now. Wait until the rates go down. Use that money to buy down then, because you're gonna have a lower rate and you're gonna be able to buy down lower. So if you're gonna put money into it, wait until you refinance. Don't do it at the purchase.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of a downturn into December. The reason is there's more certainty in the market after depends on what the chairman of the Federal Reserve says on December 13th. That's a big day for us in the mortgage biz. And if he says that we are certain, we think the economy is responding the way we want it to respond, well, then there's certainty in the market, and then the spread is going to go away, and 5.5 is going to be our level point until we start to pivot. Then it'll be 5.25, probably 5.375 first. No, they go by 25 basis points almost every time. 25 basis points. So how come that's not showing live? Anyway, what other questions? Oh, we got all these questions. Which one are we going to talk about?
Man, so many questions.
Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know. Let's talk about recruiting. Did you see what's going on with recruiting? So the military has this gigantic budget for the people who aren't clear with who they are. You know, the pronoun people and this and that.
okay.
They've got this like hundreds of millions of dollars.
The military?
Yes.
To do what with it?
If you join the military and you're not happy being a boy, you can join the military and they'll literally send you to the hospital to become a girl. And you do it all on the military's dime. There's a budget for this. I have no idea why. It doesn't make any sense.
So
It's
you're
been
going
in
to
front
tell
of
me
Congress.
that we're paying taxes
Yes.
to have these
Yes.
people have sex changes?
Yes. Yes. It's been in front of Congress this last
Okay,
week.
so a second ago, not a
Yes.
second ago, earlier we did a live.
Yes.
And on that live, you said that there's a problem
Yes.
with recruitment.
Yes, big problem.
So is this their solve to recruitment?
I think this is one of the reasons they were trying to
Send
get.
them in.
I know. But the problem is that
I'll pay for a sex
this
change.
whole thing takes years to and they enlist for 4 and then the military pays for it.
Yeah, but if they're the ones that are going to go to the front line,
They're not.
why not?
They're
they're in
the
surgery?
hospital.
They're in
Yes.
surgery?
They're at the hospital. It's crazy.
Oh, you mean to tell me they do this during service time?
Yes.
So they join the service,
Yes.
get a paycheck,
Yes.
get free surgery,
Yes.
then heal up,
Yes.
then leave the military?
Yes. And the budget is inside of the military to accommodate this. It's insane.
It's all kinds of bad.
And then there's the guys who say, hey, listen, our military should be a ready fighting force. These guys need flak jackets and the proper tanks, but they divert the budget from flak jackets, bulletproof vests, and tanks to do this stuff. It's insane. Yeah, what do you think about that?
You think I could join the military and then get
If you
like,
want to
my
go
teeth
do
done?
that, dude,
Get like veneers? What else do I need?
oh, okay.
about
You can
it.
buy an interest. You can buy a house for 6.125 interest rate.
I don't understand why you wanted to leave your topic.
I don't know what you're, dude. You just confuse me sometimes. I
Dude,
think
it's
you're.
not
I
hard to
think you're
confuse you.
confused.
It's very easy.
I think you're
Watch.
confused,
Look at that rabbit.
dude. Every single
We
team
lost him.
has a useful idiot.
We
You're
lost
mine.
him. We
You're
lost
mine.
him.
Useful idiot.
He's gone.
Moving on.
Gone. Your dementia's kicking in.
Maybe.
can tell.
Maybe. Yeah. I thought you were smart. Oh no! Now I remember.
Once again,
Now I remember. Now I remember. You're not.
These boomers.
I
tell
remember
ya.
you're
what
not.
What am I gonna do with them? We need a home. We need a bigger
So,
home.
do you know what MK Ultra was? Do you?
It was the gun running, wasn't it?
MK Ultra, they actually had LSD and they picked people out of the population that didn't have family. So they picked out like a homeless man or a homeless woman. And they're like, okay, do we have any family? No, perfect. This is somebody that nobody will care about. Let's put LSD in them and let's put all different types of chemicals
They
in
did it
them
with Manson.
and see if they can respond and make them do things.
They did it with Manson.
Yes.
That was the Manson Project.
Now, the government said, no, we're not doing any of that. That's crazy.
Well, it was a department of the government that keeps secrets. So it's CIA.
Well, they were
CIA.
saying, no, we're not doing any of that. That's bullshit. Just like you know what recently has hit the Congress? It's crazy. UFOs.
Congress?
UFOs. Our Congress.
That's new?
UFOs. They came out about 6 months ago, maybe 9 months ago, and they said, well, you know what we said? We didn't really have any UFOs. That wasn't entirely true. Now, if you ever watched the movie Independence Day,
This is a diversion.
maybe.
Definitely a diversion.
But in the movie Independence Day, the president comes out and he goes, "Listen,
Will
there
Smith
are
saved the
no."
White House.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about Will Smith right now.
Single-handedly.
Will Smith, you want to talk about Will Smith right now? So the guy comes out and he says, "Well, Mr. President, there's alien things," and the president says, "There is no alien anything. We have no alien technology." And one of his guys go, "Mr. President, that's not entirely true." And they took him to Area 51, and he met the aliens.
Independence Day?
Yes.
You're talking about Men in Black.
No, Independence
Dude,
Day.
these are different movies.
No, it's
Didn't he meet
Independence
the
Day.
aliens in
Yes, he did.
Independence Day?
Yes, he did.
That was
dude,
like,
you know,
what,
you know.
30 years ago? I gotta watch
No,
that movie
he met
again.
yes, he met the
Too long.
aliens.
Why are
Independence Day.
you referencing old-ass movies?
Because it's the same thing that's happening right now. The government's like, hey, we don't have aliens. Wait, that's not entirely true.
So here's my
We
theory.
have had them since the 40s.
I would like to
Since the
believe
40s,
that there
crazy.
are aliens, but I don't think there are.
You don't
anymore.
have to like to
I
believe they're
think
there.
They are our devices, our crafts, our technology that
Okay.
we're disguising as aliens to make all the dumb people scramble and talk about it. So I think that's what it is now. I've changed my opinion. I don't know if there's aliens anymore, guys. I'm sorry. It's just where we're at. It's 2023. Military's doing sex changes. Things are different.
Dude, it's crazy. That stuff is mind blowing. And in the meantime, you can get
That's
an
more
FHA.
mind-blowing
You can
than
get
aliens.
you can get an FHA. That is.
The fact that our military is doing sex
Dude,
changes
it's
is
crazy.
more mind-blowing than aliens.
You know what's crazy is the side that's making an argument for it. They're like, hey, we need it to be more inclusive. So we put together $100 million budget so that these people can be accommodated.
I'm not against it, guys.
I am.
I'm not against people doing sex changes.
Dude, I
I'm
am. Well,
against
I don't care.
paying
Yeah,
for
I'm
them.
against paying for it. That's
Just
what
like
it is.
I'm
Yeah.
not against abortion. I'm against paying for it.
Yeah, well, you paid for it. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about that. It's like, what do you know? So
All of a sudden I got a budget?
All of a sudden I got a budget.
But I'm talking about.
Oh, dude, we're gonna get banned.
help me,
We're
help
gonna
me.
get banned.
Roe versus Wade.
Yeah.
Okay, Roe v. Wade.
Yeah, you want to go there?
If you want to have an abortion, have at it. I don't want to pay for it.
What's,
If you want to have a sex change, have at it.
Bill
I
Burr
don't wanna
said
pay
it.
for
He goes, hey, listen, I don't think a man should tell a woman whether or not she can do this with her body. But I still think you're killing a baby. Anyway, we've gone off the topic a long time. 6.125 today. We think it's going to stay that way all through the holidays. We are wrapping up for the day. If you got any other questions, text us, TikTok, wherever you saw us, whatever platform. If it's on Facebook, if it's on TikTok, if it's on Instagram, if it's on YouTube, wherever you saw us, text us the name of that platform, and then we'll get right back to you. We get a lot of spam calls, get a lot of stuff, but we will help you. If you want a house, we will help you. All right, we've been Chris and Lee.
I'm Chris,
We
that's
are
Lee.
out.